We love using technology to heighten the joy of the design process for our clients. And one of the ways that we do that is to use the iGuide to document both the existing conditions before construction, as well as to document the conditions halfway during construction when the framing is done, but before all of that work is covered up by the finished materials. Our clients love it because they're able, later on after the project is done, to have a record of all the things that are behind their walls. I love it because if I'm designing a renovation, I don't need to leave my studio every time I want to refer to the existing components of the home. And mostly, actually, our builders love it because they have documentation when the client comes later and says, I want to change this, right? Projects are never done, they're always evolving, and they have a record of the skeleton below the finished condition. So I think it's useful for all three parties. Before the iGuide, we had to pay a lot more attention to manually measuring projects. If we forgot something, if we weren't able to perfectly and accurately measure it, we'd have to go back and do it again. Using the iGuide has cut down in that process. And then also before the iGuide, we would have to manually, just with our own cameras, take photos of every single wall and hope that we didn't miss anything before we close up the framing with drywall. And so I love that I don't have to worry about any of that myself for my staff, and also I just have a complete record rather than relying upon scrolling through footage. It's very intuitive. It's like a floor plan where you can position yourself in a particular room, and then you can orient yourself to look at the wall, the ceiling, the floor, and have at your fingertips all of that visibility just right away. We work on custom homes for very affluent clients. What I love about it is I'll just reach out to walk through productions, and so they enter the home, they document everything, and the clients obviously love having that record. For our small studio, we believe in services that are high tech and high touch. And so I feel that our design process, and I feel that what iGuide delivers to that process is exactly that. It leverages technology to bring a high-touch service to smooth out the design process and hopefully delight the contractor, the architect, and the client.